Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. His name is Mike Brenner. We are the odds couple. We come for you from sportsbookreview.com. It's week 11 in the NFL. We're talking with Al McMorty from BigAl.com. We're going to get his take on two very interesting games. In the first one, I'm interested to hear what he has to say about this. The Pats in San Francisco, right? The Pats off of the shocking upset loss after their bye. Before the bye, they had covered 7 out of 8. I don't know. The Pats are a different situation from the Vikings, but we saw what happened to the Vikings, right, Mike Brenner? Just an absolute ATS juggernaut, a very impressive team before the bye. After the bye, couldn't win or cover anything. And the Niners, you know, they lost I think 7 or 8 in a row before their bye. They came back and did get a cover against Arizona, so that was nice for them. And the question is just, obviously, it's a big bounce-back spot for the Pats. Is 13 points too many? What do you think, Mike Brenner?
Yeah, I think they can get it done. I think they got that pissed-off factor that's going to play huge into this, and then you just top it off with the fact it was Seattle that beat them. I think that just really revs up Brady's motor even more, Pistol Pete, and I think he wants to come out firing on all cylinders. I think they're going to own this game from start to finish, taking out their frustrations on this 49ers team, that even though they got a cover against the Cardinals are just not that juggernaut right now, and I really think Chip Kelly's mind is elsewhere, and I think that team's an absolute mess, and I think Brady and company will absolutely tear it up, and I think something tells me Big Al's going to be on that way too.
Well, we'll see. Al will certainly. Maybe Al will have a play on the total. Al McMorty, obviously a big bounce-back spot for the Pats here. The question is 13 points too many?
Well, yeah, I mean, when you're installed as a double-digit favorite on the road, that's always a tough situation. You know, last week I actually was on the right side of both of these teams' games. We grabbed the double digits with San Francisco and got the cash when they lost by just 3 at Arizona. And then we also went against New England, and we had our NFL Game of the Week on Seattle, plus the points against the Patriots, and they won outright. But, you know, now New England has to go on the road at San Francisco, and it's always hard for me to turn down 10 or more points with a double-digit home underdog. Those teams are 96 and 74 against the spread, going all the way back to 1980. And it's true that New England has been terrific against the spread off a loss in the regular season. They're 33 and 11 ATS, their last 44 in that situation. But when you look within that set of 44 games, you'll see that they are 28 and 1 off a loss, 28 and 1 against a spread, off a loss when not favored by 7 or more points, but they're 5 and 10 against a spread, off a loss when they are favored by 7 or more points, and that's the situation here. And they're also in that role when they're favored by 7 or more off a loss. They're 1 and 7, their last 8 against the spread in that subset. So we're going to take the points with the 49ers. It's also worth noting that teams off 7 or more losses in a row, those teams are now 149 and 108 against the spread. Their last 257. I'll take the points.
Interesting. All right. Well, we did see this earlier in the year again with the Vikings. The Vikings just looked like an automatic play on every game before the bye, and then they came back. Their first game off the bye got an ATS loss, and it did continue. They didn't bounce back. They continue to struggle ATS. So maybe we're going to see the same thing with the Pats here.
No, I don't think so.
I think New England is a much different, you know.
Exactly.
Right.
But I understand the trend and the pattern with it, but I just think there's just the quarterback would make the difference in that for me, because Bradford, I just don't think he has that strength, and he doesn't own the locker room the same way Brady does. And Al's got some great points, and you can't, you know, numbers don't lie, bottom line. And Al's having a great year also for the viewers out there. I just think this is that spot where they're frustrated because they really know that they probably could have got that win had they made a few different decisions and maybe not made a couple mental mistakes. So I think they take it out, and I think Kelly already knows he's probably, you know, going to go somewhere else, because I don't know. It just looks like a very confused team. A lot of points, but I'm on it.
Al, I'm sure you're aware of this, but the game against Arizona last week, San Francisco got way outgained, and the reason it was as close as it was had a lot to do with turnovers. I'm sure you're aware of that. How much does that play into this situation?
Well, turnovers are kind of a random event,
right,
so it's hard to even predict that to begin with.
Right.
You know? And I, for me, it's hard to take a road favored by this many points. It just is.
Even if it's the Pats. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just these teams are, it's a lot of points to cover on the road. You can get backdoored as well. Even if you get up by 20, well, then you can get the backdoor touchdown. So, but going to your point about the Minnesota Vikings, I don't think the bye week has anything to do with it. And I just think whether or not New England covers this game, you're not going to see the Patriots go in the tank. They're just too good and too well coached.
All right, but this week, Al McMorty recommending a
going
play.
Going head-to-head, baby.
On the Niners. Did you take the Pats?
Absolutely,
officially?
I am right now taking it.
Oh, you're doing it right now?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay, because you didn't do it on the Monday show. What are you taking, the first half, the full game, or what?
I'm taking the first half and the full game.
Okay.
What's the best shop line for the full game?
There is a 12.5 available, a couple of 12.5s, actually, so we can give you the Pats minus 12.5. 12.5, minus 110. Al McMorty recommending a play, though, on San Francisco, plus 13. Al McMorty, your website is bigal.com. Tell us a little bit about that for anyone who wants to know more.
Sure. Well, folks can go to bigal.com. They can get all of my top selections. Last weekend, we were 14-6. And folks can also get complimentary selections every single day, and not just one free play. You can get 4 free plays every single day. Just go to bigal.com and click on free picks. You'll get 2 free plays from myself, 1 from Larry Ness and 1 from Scott Spreitzer. And then there are 16 handicappers at the website. You get all of our top selections. Just click on picks for sale.
All right, sounds good. So just to be clear, you are going head-to-head. Yes. You're taking the bookmaker opener for the Pats and minus 12.5, minus 110.
Yep,
All right,
absolutely.
sounds good, Mike Brenner. Thanks so much, Al.
Thanks, Al.
Thanks, guys.
Do your research before you bet. Check out our ratings guide to see which books have the best ratings and sign-up bonuses. Open up several accounts and shop for lines at sbrodds.com. Always be ahead of the game.